in my opinion. Is there, here, the BBC. Elon Musk tells the BBC about painful Twitter takeover, an exclusive interview. We're going to start with this. I'm going to go pee real quick.
Let's get down to business, and we start with the exclusive interview
I'll be back in a second.
in San Francisco between Elon Musk and our technology correspondent, James Clayton. It is one of his first interviews since he bought Twitter for $44 billion. He defended his decision to lay off a massive number of staff, saying that Twitter only had 4 months to live unless drastic measures were taken.
In rough numbers, revenue dropped from $4.5 billion to $3 billion, and expenses went from $4.5 billion to $6 billion, creating a $3 billion negative cash flow situation, and Twitter having $1 billion in the bank. That's 4 months to live. So unless drastic action was taken immediately, this company is going to die and be owned by the banks.
Let's talk about that drastic action, because almost immediately you sacked a lot of Twitter workers. And I spoke to them. It was very easy to speak to them when it happened. And the way they said, pretty much everyone said, is that it felt quite haphazard.
It was.
And it felt a little bit uncaring.
I wouldn't say uncaring. The issue is like the company's either going to go bankrupt or if we do not cut costs immediately. This is not a caring, uncaring situation. It's like if the whole ship sinks, then nobody's got a job.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just lost their jobs like that, they weren't. They didn't even know they'd lost their jobs often. They were just frozen out of their accounts.
What would you do?
Well, you might want to give someone some notice. I mean, you might. By the way, I'm not running Twitter, but this is the criticism, and this is what staff members say. A little bit of notice, No,
I understand. If you have 4 months to live, 120 days. In 120 days, you're dead. So what do you want to do?
How much are you worth?
I don't know.
But we're talking about around the $200 billion mark. I mean, it's not quite. You're framing it in a way that it had a few months to live.
I already don't like what's going on here. What the fuck's happening? Did this guy get owned by Elon Musk? Is this controlled opposition? What the fuck is this? You should never, under any circumstance, get owned by Elon Musk. It should be illegal to be owned by Elon Musk. You did not own him, and he got owned by him? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, that's so bad. I hate that.
You're quite a rich man.
I sold a lot of Tesla stock to close this deal. I did not want to sell the Tesla stock.
In what was quite a lengthy interview, Elon Musk also said he is confident that the social media platform Twitter will become profitable again and advertisers will return. Let's have a listen to this.
In terms of advertising, obviously Twitter's not a private company anymore, so we don't really know how it's all going. Have all the advertisers come back?
Not all, but most.
And
you can see it for yourself on Twitter, even in the For You feed.
Yeah, no, totally. That's why I keep getting fucking like Matt Walsh ads or ads about some fucking Jesus movie. That's bullshit. But he can lie about it because it's a private company. Who's going to fucking check him? Well, someone should really tell Elon Musk that he's lying about his company. Like, yeah, of course.
Right.
I mean, in the
following feed.
Don't use For You because it sucks.
Right.
Filled with hate speeches, I'm told.
That's not what I said.
Okay, fine. Well, why don't you use For You? What's wrong with it?
How is it going? Is Twitter in profit now?
No, Twitter is rough. I'd say we're rough.
This guy already is just the worst interviewer of all time. Elon Musk is here because he knows very well. Elon Musk is here with a different purpose than this guy is. When you're going to interview someone like this who loves right-winger content, who like is, a right-winger himself, he's coming at it to look like Jordan Peterson, okay? He's not there to have like an actual interview. He's there to avoid the top of the hour ad breaks, which come at the top of every hour. and he is ready. He is already subscribed, which is the best way to avoid the top of the hour ad breaks. He is subscribed for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or he has gotten gifted a sub. Those are the ways to avoid the top of the hour ad breaks. Okay? Here's the 3-minute ad break now. He's glazing up the interview because he knows it was a softball. Yeah. I do say that in the interview, I have a lot of respect for the BBC. Not organization is perfect, of course, but the BBC overall quite good. Yeah, of course he's fucking glazing the BBC. They sucked them.
Roughly break even at this point.
And I think you've said before you see a world where you could be in profit. Is there a timeline on that, do you think?
I mean, depending on how things go, if current trends continue, I think we could be profitable, or, I mean, to be more precise, we could be cash flow positive this quarter if things keep going well. This quarter, as soon as that.
Fucking cap, brother. What the fuck? That's insane. Bro. If you fucking ask that, you better have some goddamn follow-up to be like, all of these advertisers have pulled. Like, you're a journalist. You could go to the advertisers and ask. OMD, for example, or Ogilvy, or any number of like major ad companies, whether or not they have stood by their original take that they were pulling their ads out of Twitter. You can come to this interview with armed with the answers. You can turn around and go, well, here, as journalists, we did our fucking jobs, and we went to some of your top sponsors, top advertisement buyers, right? And we asked them if they are still working, and it seems like they're still not working with you guys. So what do you have to say to that? How have you made up the lack of revenue from all of these major companies that have said that they're pulling out of Twitter? Okay? How have you made up that revenue? How? Especially because Elon Musk is like a known con man. He does this all the time. He's like, self-driving cars are coming. Oh, COVID is ending in like a week. M-Hut says, I've manually blocked every promoted tweet for 6 years and I don't see any lately. Holy fuck. Elon Musk is going to go into your account and fucking unscrew that so you are forced to see all the promoted tweets and they go fucking crazy. No, you can't do that. For the record, this is not just Elon Musk. Most CEOs are trained to be this way. They're trained to defend the company, and for that purpose, they will lie. So you should have this level of preparation, and you should have this level of training before you cover any CEO of any corporation.
Possibly, yeah.
Wow. And do you have a message for the advertiser? I mean, can you say which advertisers haven't come back?
I think almost all of them have either come back or...
Elon doesn't lie, though. Yeah, no, you're right. Elon has never lied. Battery swaps are happening currently. The Tesla truck the Cybertruck is in full-blown production. Everyone's driving around with it. Everyone's driving around with the Roadsters that are, mass consumed. This is a big banger. Everyone is driving their self-driving cars, which is pretty cool. We're on Mars. There's a boring tunnel in Los Angeles now, which has greatly reduced traffic. The Hyperloop is real. I mean, it's all. COVID was over 2 weeks after he said COVID will be over in 2 weeks. It was crazy when it ended in April 2020. I mean, Tesla did secure funding and actually went private at 420. And that the diver in Thailand was actually indeed a pedophile. All of that stuff worked out. Neuralink is super successful and totally not killing every monkey that it's been tested on, so much so that like the ethics committee had to put an end to some of the Neuralink tests because of just like the insane cruelty that it was. Insane cruelty that it.
For
wait,
8
what?
years, Elon Musk has been saying
What is
he would
this?
deliver a self-driving car in a year or so. He still isn't close.
The Tesla car next year will probably be 90% capable of autopilot. Like, so 90% of your miles could be on auto. We're probably only a month away from having autonomous driving, at least for highways and for relatively simple roads.
Dude, sorry. How can I forget? Hold on. The funniest one. I will step down as Twitter CEO if this poll ends up causing me to step down from Twitter CEO. I will also only make major decisions about Twitter via polls. I also bought Twitter for free speech purposes and certainly wasn't actually fucking owned by the Delaware courts and forced to buy it, which I tried to fight in the court system.
The Model S and Model X at this point can drive autonomously with greater safety than a person right now. We're still on track for being able to go cross-country from LA to New York by the end of the year, fully autonomous. But next year, for sure, we will have over 1 million robo-taxis on the road.
It's so crazy that he just like lies all the fucking time, like nonstop. And there are still people after all of his like patently obvious abject fucking failures on the timeline and how thin-skinned of an egomaniacal man baby he is. You still have people going, nah, dog, you don't understand. He's a billionaire. He fucking did this. Elizabeth Holmes did the same shit as him. Yeah, except Elizabeth Holmes, the biggest problem for Elizabeth Holmes is that like there's no fucking green credit swap scheme that Elizabeth Holmes could fucking generate revenue for her shareholders on. And the entire process was built on lies, but at least Elon Musk ultimately delivered vehicles. You know, there are Teslas on the roads. And even though the company was going bankrupt or near insolvent many, many times throughout his career, as he kept lying and lying and lying, he was still able to fucking get through it. He is a successful con man. That's the difference.
I'm extremely confident of achieving full autonomy and releasing it to the Tesla customer base next year.
When do you think Tesla will solve level 4 FSD?
I mean, it's looking quite likely that it will be next year.
What about all the successful things he's done? Wait, what do you mean? What does that? People don't understand the legislation for something like self-driving cars to be permitted. Yeah, it's the legislation that's preventing Elon. You're right. So, yeah, brother, listen. Ultimately, given the dynamic of capitalism and how the markets work, Elon Musk has done something very successfully, and that is con people into thinking that he is like this brilliant inventor, and people respond positively to that. They think that he is a brilliant a brilliant inventor, and they trust him. And they every time he lies, no matter what happens, every single time he fucking lies, his stock prices, the Tesla stock goes up.
said they're going to come back. There are very few exceptions.
Can you say any of the exceptions?
I actually don't know of anyone who said definitively they're not coming back. They're all sort of trending towards coming back.
But there are some that just haven't.
Jumping in the water's warm. It's great.
That's your message to the advertisers. They haven't come back.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Like, even the quickest thing you could do is, if advertisers were coming back and fighting one another over, your inventory space, why did you do an insane, like, door-busting sale for $500K plus advertisement dollars being spent offers you double the amount of inventory? Like, why did you do that? How can you consider the Twitter Blue initiative that you launched as anything but an abject failure when it only generated $11 million in additional revenue? Why do you think that Twitter Blue was originally going to be the only verification protocol, but then Twitter users kept saying, well, why would anyone buy a verification if everyone only knows that the verification implies you paid for it, completely destroying the need for verification? Why did you say that you were going to eradicate the legacy verifications on your platform and kept it going when you realized that, like, that's the only reason why people buy the Twitter Blue anyway, to, like, dupe people into thinking that they're actually verified? Point of clarification, that 11 million was over 3 months, so it's a bit under 4 million monthly. Yeah, these are things that I can just come up with off the top dome because I've just basically covered it. Like, I've covered this story, I tracked it, and there's plenty that I'm forgetting, right? SpaceX was the first to make self-landing rocket booster. Yeah, no, it's great. SpaceX is great. It's just, I wish that it was still NASA instead of another way to fucking outsource to private companies what used to be government funding. It just literally takes government scientists, government funds, and then reappropriates it back to a third-party contractor so that Elon can reap the fucking results and the benefits. He just said they've come back, and now he's saying they're coming back. Reporters should fucking call him out on that. Yeah, there's so many fucking inconsistencies in this conversation. Elon didn't create SpaceX. He bought it. He didn't create Tesla. He bought it. And ultimately, it doesn't matter. It's not like Elon is the one who's, like, creating these fucking, inventions and innovations anyway. He's hiring scientists to do it, and he's reaping the rewards and running around like he's fucking Tony Stark. A list of Elon's lies over the years. Elon Musk today, like Donald Trump, but for nerds. Waiting on the Content Moderation Council. 166 days since Elon Musk promised Twitter would reinstate banned accounts without first creating a diverse Content Moderation Council, which was a lie. 144 days since Elon Musk reinstated Trump's banned account without establishing any sort of Content Moderation Council. Here it is. He said Twitter will be forming a Content Moderation Council with widely diverse viewpoints. No major content decisions or account reinstatements will happen before that council convenes. Trump will be reinstated, Elon Musk said in a tweet, which, by the way, was actually democratically voted on. Another thing that he said was he was going to make only large decisions on Twitter with oh my God, that's such a good fucking take. SpaceX is a ghost kitchen. The Everything app. Buying Twitter is an accelerant to creating X, the Everything app. He wants to do literally the same thing that China does, but for Twitter. So let's see what happens with that. I don't know why the fuck anyone would put all of their information on Twitter like that, but when he awkwardly blurted out on Joe Rogan, a lot of people don't realize I'm the lead engineer at SpaceX. Tesla will find itself. 216 days since Elon Musk said Tesla would start paying customers when service appointments are rescheduled with little notice in order to be fair. Yeah, good job. That never happened. Yeah, good luck, by the way. If you are a Tesla owner, Murat? Oh shit. What are you doing?